Hello there, Diogo here. Today I bring you another unboxing, and this one might not be strange to you because I already posted many videos open this collection from Frieren, either in Japanese, either in English, and now there was a new collection released with a few new cards, alternative arts from the ones already existing in the main collection. And as I have the full original collection, I also want to have these new variants of cards that are exclusive to this new release. Basically, this was released in March this year, and aside from the new cards I just talked about, the signed cards in this collection, instead of being in gold, are in blue, which I find really beautiful. So it's less chance to get that Japanese signed card. I tried this time 9 boxes. It's my biggest opening of Frieren ever. I really hope that this is it. This is my golden ticket to that signed card. And even if I don't get it, I won't be bothered by it because, as you might have seen in my previous video from Frieren, the English booster boxes opening, I already got 2 signed cards, one from Email and one from Stark. However, well, always hoping for that Frieren card, or even City. I like Aura. Fern would be cool as well. I guess that any card now aside from Stark and maybe Email that I already have in English would be pretty cool. If not, well, that's life, and we keep opening boxes just because of the pleasure of it, not because we want something rare or something valuable, because I don't intend to sell any of this either way. I just want to keep it in my albums. And talking about albums, after I open these booster boxes, I will organize all my cards in my binder, and I'll show you what it is, the full collection of this Frieren series. Because after these booster boxes, I won't be opening any more, at least from this series. Because in this collection, it only goes to the beginning of the Wizard tournament. So there is plenty of new content to create another series about, even more because of the second season that was just released in the beginning of this year. But yeah, until then, I won't be opening any more. So let's see how my luck will be. Let's go.
Similar to what I did on my first ever published video on YouTube, which was also about Frieren, but the original edition, I'll be giving my commentary while I open these 9 booster boxes, and I'll be opening from one side of the table to the other side until I get the first super rare and then move forward for no reason, just because I felt like it. And I feel like it could be interesting. And here's the first super rare. Frieren Praying. Nice one. And this is one of the new design cards. There is 8 from the mages on the Tournament Plus series. That one was Labin, and now I just got Duncan. And this is a super rare of Stark. I find it cool that, oh, here it is, Ghost Email, which tormented Frieren for an episode in the first season. This is also a new version of City. I kind of like these new versions, kind of live action. Kane. Oh, this is underwhelming, super rare. Not a big fan of Drath, but I am a big fan of how he got eliminated. I like Wall. That card is pretty sick, and this one is the new version of Weirbel. Cool, super rare. So as I was saying, there is 8 new cards, 8 new cards for the base set. Not new numbers, just an alternate version of the ones that already exist that had the blue background before. That one is Method. I really like her. Oh, talking about her, here's the super rare of Method, also new. I really like her because she finally got some spotlight on the second season, and she's actually a very funny character. And here is Land. On this season, we got a bit of Method and also a very small bit of Weirbel that tried to recruit Stark to go on an adventure with him. Which gladly he refused, of course. But I hope to see more of Wirbel in the future. Pretty cool character. And that was a superhero Frieren. For some reason, I skipped the middle booster, and later you will see I'll have to catch up with it. But well, don't question my method. I was just vibing. Oh, super rare of Kane. Also a cool card, in my opinion. And this one is actually one of my favorite super rares, one of my favorite parallel cards. And it's also one of the few cards that shows the characters with the background, the landscape. And that one is really, really beautiful and gives you kind of a sense of warmth. So I really like that card in particular. And I just got Aura right after. Here is the one that was missing from Ubel. Alongside with City, Ubel is one of the holographic cards from the 8 mages. So yeah, in here it has the holo version as well. And there's Aizen in that kind of portrait background, which I find it cool. This is a very, very, very underwhelming super rare card. It's like there is almost no space for the foil. If it's 10% of the card, it's too much. And this Himmel here, it's something new about this collection as well. That before it only existed in the super special version. Now both the super special and the special cards have a super rare version, which is easier to get and makes it cheaper and more attainable to complete the collection, which I find it very interesting and something that should exist since the beginning of this collection. A particularity of this new release is that they added 2 new signed cards that didn't exist before of 2 new characters. One of them is Method, another one is Wubel, and since they were only released now, it means they are extremely rare and extremely hard to get, which makes both cards really expensive. And since I didn't get any of those, I really doubt I will get them anytime soon, because I'm not about to spend that amount of money, at least not for Method and Ubel. Also, I just checked with this booster box opening, despite I already had a lot of parallels before, I got 13 new parallels I didn't have, which is kind of nice. I'm way closer now to finish my parallel collection. This is also an alternate version, a super rare version of a card that already existed, but only in secret. It was the card I got on my first booster box opening and made me feel like, oh, this is easy to get, but it's not. I was just very lucky. That is also a super rare version of a previously super special card only, which is actually one of the most expensive cards from the whole set, the one from Fern, behind Frieren. And now Ubel and Method that have the new signed cards are also very expensive cards because you can only get them with this new edition. Here is another card that it's missing foil space. So small, the area of foil. Cool one. Something I really like about this edition is the foil for the parallel cards. It's different, but it's cool. Why I was checking that card? Why? The parallel is actually... Oh, email. I was about to say email. Here it is, my first ever signed card in Japanese. It's kind of bittersweet. First, because it took me 2 years and almost 40 booster boxes to get it. But yeah, I got it. Unfortunately, it's the same card as I got in English. But, well, I'm not picky. I'm not picky because I've been craving for this for a very long time. So I feel like I reached my goal here. This is one of the cards that I was missing. Cool. nice one. I really like Stark. I think he's a fan favorite, of course, but I wonder if he doesn't deserve more spotlight on the anime, because every time he gets into a fight is amazing. So I hope to see more from him in the upcoming seasons. Funny card. A bit different from the line of images we have here. So I guess it will be in the last package. Yep. I didn't have this card neither. I really like this particular card because, as you may know, Frieren is a hoarder of items, and Fern, which is here now, is constantly complaining that she spends too much money and buys too many things, more than they can carry and more than they can afford. So I find it nice that she has a card like this on this collection, holding her dear items. And here is another version of a previously only signed card that now has a super rare. Now it's time to walk you through the entire collection of Frieren Weiss Schwarz for Volume 1, also with the updated cards from this new edition. First, we have the trial deck, which was just a deck with 20 different cards that goes up to here. And these are the parallel cards from the trial deck. I have almost all of them. I'm only missing the parallel card from Email, which is signed, the triple rare from Heiter, and the super special from Frieren, which is also signed. So yeah, missing 3 cards to finish this. This is just a placeholders to not be empty. And now we will see the booster box collection. For this new edition, there was 8 cards added to the base set, which are a live-action version of the blue cards with the mages. So here I put side by side to see all of the existing cards from Ciri, Ubel, Wirbel, Method, Lande, Kane, Labin, Denken. The rest is pretty much the same, nothing new about it, only the fact that instead of being the collection 108 is 128. But yeah, the rest of the collection is practically the same. So I'm gonna skip through it. Here are the 6 box toppers. Now I'm gonna show you the parallel cards version for the booster box collection. I already included a mix of both the original edition and the new edition. The main difference is that to complete the original edition, you need all the special and super special cards, and that would come quite expensive because I think per case there is only 1 super special and 2 specials, and to complete the collection you would need maybe a dozen of those, which is really hard to get if you don't buy cases, and if you want to buy individual cards it would get very expensive. So for this new edition, one of the things he brought with it was a super rare version of those signed cards and of the secret. This is just a super rare version of it, which gives you a better chance to finish the collection of the parallels. That would be very hard and very challenging by getting the special and super special. This is already from this new collection, which is a super rare version of Ciri that before only existed as signed cards. Besides that, let me see. Oh, this one from Fern. It's also from the new edition. Before it only existed as super special, but before being locked to super special would make it extra expensive. Another big difference between the original edition and the new edition is actually the foils for the parallel cards. I'm going to show you an example. So this one is from the original edition, 108. This one is from the new edition, 128. And as you can see, the new edition is a bit lighter, the colors behind the foil, and the reflection is more silverish. Also for the rainbow on the foil, on the original edition is more focused on the place where the light is insiding, while for the new edition is a bit more spread out along the card, more laminated. I like both, but I think the new edition is more flashy than the original one. But yeah, that's the main difference in terms of foil. For me, despite I like better the foil from the new edition, it doesn't make a big difference because I like the cards essentially, not specifically about the foil. That's the last card, and here I have two PRs, and I have the secret from the original collection, which now has a super rare version, as I told you. It's way different. The pattern of the foil has nothing to do one with each other, and the secret has the silver lining around a lot of frames on the card. As for the super rare version of the signed cards, despite this one is from the new edition as well, in which the main difference is that the frames and the signature are in light blue instead of gold. But yeah, this is basically what I'm talking about when I say now there is a super rare version for each signed card. Personally, I like the signs in blue better than in gold. I think it's cooler. So that's about it for Weiss Schwarz, but I'm not finished yet, because when I went to Tokyo last year, I discovered that Frieren also has a collection on the Vanguard trading card game. So I bought one of each card that I found. I know I'm missing a few, but I'm pretty happy that I got most of them. Some of these cards have the same design as Weiss Schwarz, such as this, which is the same as this secret. But most of the cards have their own new designs, and I think some of them are pretty cool, such as this one from Frieren casting a spell, and I think this one is also pretty cool. I think it appears on the credits, which is Frieren visiting the grave from Flam. I also have this one, which was from the first time Frieren and Emil met, while Emil was still a kid. So yeah, I added here to the end of the binder. Despite it's not Weiss Schwarz, it's still Frieren, so it makes sense to be all in the same place, and I have a couple of pages left to fill. At the time I finished open these 9 booster boxes, not accounting with the signed cards, I was missing 19 parallel cards to complete the collection. However, in the meantime, I was able to find single cards in Japan, and I bought 14 of those. So currently I'm officially just missing 5 to finish the collection. On the top you have the cards I acquired recently, some of them from the new edition. Previously there was only the signed version. I also got 2 signed cards from Aura and Sign. They were pretty cheap, that's why I decided to get them. And then I got 2 of the 3 missing from the trial deck, one of them being Aether and Frieren. For me, the holy grail of the entire collection. On the bottom you can see the 5 that I'm missing from the booster boxes. They are not expensive cards, it's just cards that I couldn't find it yet. And I'm missing also from the trial deck, which is a sign from Emil. Hopefully later this year I can find them when I go back to Japan. But if not, I'm still excited for the new volume of Frieren that is about to be released in August. I didn't buy any booster boxes yet. It kind of sold out really quickly on the pre-orders, so I'll be waiting for later to buy those. Or maybe I'll just card hunt them in Japan, one by one. Maybe it will end up being cheaper than just gambling my luck away with the booster boxes. Personally, I'm kind of excited and curious to find out what Weiss Schwarz has prepared for the second volume. As this first volume ended in the beginning of the Mage tournament, I hope that this new volume will also include scenes from the maze and some of the tasks they had to get to first class Mage, and of course include scenes from the second season. But yeah, once I have them, I will definitely share them with you on another unboxing. And hopefully in the end, I will need a bigger binder to actually put all the cards, including the ones from Volume 2. I think it will be a pretty sick display of cards. Aside from that, I also hope that Weiss Schwarz does the same it did with this new edition, which is including 4 parallel cards per booster box, as you've seen in the video, instead of just 3, because it's really hard to finish the collection by getting just 3 parallel cards per box. If you're really lucky and have 3 different parallel cards each time you open a booster box, it will take you more than 30 booster boxes to finish the collection. And that is assuming that they will have a super rare version for the signed cards already in this new volume, because if not, it will be the same problem all over again, because signed cards are really hard to find. You can take it by me. I opened more than 30 booster boxes for the Japanese collection, and I only got 1. This is my only signed card. With English, I was luckier. I opened 2 booster boxes and got 2 signed cards, as you could see on my previous video. But yeah, I hope they do that as well. And I really hope that they don't prepare a new edition just to release these super rare versions of the signed cards, because this is just a cheap money grab move, which I fell for. But yeah, fingers crossed. I think that my next unboxing would be also Weiss Schwarz, but a new volume of ReZero, I bought a couple of booster boxes on the pre-orders and they already shipped, so they should be here anytime soon. I guess I see you then for another unboxing. This is officially it. I won't be opening any more booster boxes from this first volume of Frieren. And for those of you that just arrived, this is not my first rodeo with Frieren. It's been a long run. For those that are following my channel since the beginning, you might remember that my first ever video was opening the original edition from Frieren, in which I opened both trial decks and booster boxes, and it has been a journey. It was already 2 years ago. So imagine that. It took me 2 years to get to this point in my collection and opening more than 30 booster boxes. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you in another unboxing. Bye-bye.